NBC teased that the drama still has some questions to answer. Fans know Jake is claimed to be Stefan's twin, but there's no proof of that. Many assumptions are made after the DNA test and Ivan's revelation of Vivian having an additional child. However, those assumptions may not necessarily be true. Let's take a look at the facts here. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf admits that although he did not bring Stefan back to life, it is possible that someone did. Jake's DNA matches Stefan's, but Ivan then drops the twin bombs. Because Jake had a different memory and was adopted. Everyone assumed he was Stefan's brother instead of Stefan himself. How can you really know that? Especially because Dr. Wolf suggested someone might have resurrected Stefan. Of course, we now know Gwen, Jake's girlfriend until recently, was working with Dr. Wolf, the master of bringing people back from the dead. Does that seem a bit suspicious to you? Gwen appeared with a guy who turned out to be Demera, all while working with the Demera family's longtime doctor. Gwen also targeted Abigail and was close with Chad and quite wanted to live at the Demera mansion. Demera. That is the subject we are seeing here. If someone brought Stefan back to life as Dr. Wolf heavily implied, it could easily have been Gwen. The question is why? Gwen seemed really crazy about Jake throughout her story. It may be an action, but it certainly doesn't look like an action. In fact, Gwen was haunted by Jake not until long ago. That was more love fixation, and that could be important. What if something happened to real Jake Lambert? Something to a grim fate? Gwen might have been desperate to bring dead Jake back in every way she could. Let's say Jake and Stefan are both seriously injured around that time. Dr. Rolf is adamant that Stefan has gone too far and cannot be saved. But what if it's really Jake, the injured man he cannot return? Since Gwen is completely obsessed with Jake, she will be motivated to perform transitions and try memory manipulation. In other words, Gwen might have injected Stefan to save him, and then let Dr. Wolf manipulate his memory to make Stefan believe he was Jake. Stefan may have had a microchip implantation just like Hope had when she was Princess Gina von Amberg. This could be Stefan with a Jack chip. Gwen probably wouldn't care that it wasn't the real Jake, as long as he had a version of him. It will explain why the relationship between Gabby and Jake is there in the first place. Perhaps Jake is always at the core of Stefan. Naturally, Gwen had no incentive to reveal Jake was Stefan, even if they broke up. Gwen would rather Jake be a loner forever. Gwen definitely doesn't want Gabby to get married again, in case Gabby comes back, and she's really on the streets. Furthermore, Gwen is unable to reveal Jake's true identity, as it will expose what she did and blow away her current Abigail mission. In Gwen's best interest is keeping her mouth shut, even though she's no longer dating Jake. Regardless, Gwen certainly had a reason to partner with Dr. Rolf. It seems Rolf hinted that Stefan was still alive. Days of Our Lives has a great opportunity to bring all of this together and reveal that Jake is Stefan after all. That could have been a dual shot Gwen provided after the Abigail fixture was erected. Do you think Gwen is behind Stefan's transformation? Did Gwen save Stefan and work with Dr. Wolf to make him Jake? We will provide updates as news becomes available. NBC says it's some beautiful moments await, so stay tuned for Duel. Thanks for watching our videos, goodbye, and see you next time.